The midpoint of the week. Odin's own Wednesday. And you know what that means. Runecasting, baby. So let's go ahead and get down to it, shall we? Of course, I have put the promo in the description down below. I am also putting a link to where you can follow me on Gilded. And yes, you can just come on into Gilded, add me as a friend, and or you can just hit me up and we can just shoot the breeze about whatever. I don't care if it's tarot cards, runes, oracles, whatever. Or if you're interested, the upcoming tabletop RPG, which I'm going to let you know, that's going to be a while. Okay, that's I'm by no means a professional writer. It's been years for me, and I'm looking at using like basic fantasy RPGs rule set as a base. In fact, me and several others are going to be playing basic fantasy RPG. We're gonna play the Morgan's Fort adventure. That's coming up pretty soon. I would love to have characters leveled up to the point where we can play Saga of the Giants. But that is a big, big game to run. It's big. They want lots and lots of players at very high levels. So, just something to kind of keep in mind. Likewise, you can hit me up on all my social media down below. Come hang out with me. If I suddenly drop off the scope in the middle of a weekday, it's because I'm at work. So, yeah, I've got a real job. Not unusual. I do not wish to chase YouTube's ever-moving monetization goalposts. It's in fact, they get rather ridiculous about those kinds of things. Anyway, so for today, what do we need to know? No, it's not clobbering time. You are the thing. Speaking of things, just as a side note here, the Tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans does host a monthly thing. And that is where the admins kind of get together and we discuss what's going on in the group and what we need to do. Naturally, in the pursuit of transparency, we release these things on Spotify. I'm not kidding, you can actually go listen to our things. Little did I know, and yes, that means your boy's on Spotify because I'm part of those things. But what those things do is we try to solve matters very diplomatically. We try to discuss things and see what we can figure out. If there's a rule we need to move on or something like that, that's the reason we host those things, and it's the reason we do them regularly, and it's the reason we have our admin team get together, and we take that kind of seriously for the reason that we want to see our group succeed. Now, in just the past couple of weeks alone, we've jumped from like 71 members to, I looked today, 91. We've jumped 20 members. Joining is easy. You do not have to be of a particular faith to do it. Even if you're just curious and you just want to discuss and you want to learn something, you can come on in. We even, a lot, just hold conversation in there. We talk about all kinds of stuff. You have no idea. But anyway, that is what is meant to be embodied by you today, is that ability to kind of come together and reason, using your logic, using fact, using dispassionate discussion. Okay, that is what you're meant to do. Now, if Someone does not want to partake in that, that's fine. But don't give them any focus. Don't give them any attention. Because that's what they're there for. They're there for attention. And the reason for that, when the Thing and Frithgeared pop up together, it's, here we go again with Peacemaking. This time, to me, it looks like an outward, making an outward sort of peace. If you want peace in the world, you have to start with yourself. Gonna hammer that point till I'm blue in the face, until that dead horse is glue and jello and whatever else. But I want you to think. I want you to have your mind right here. This is a place where you feel most at peace. This is a place where you are calm, you are relaxed, and you are able to conduct yourself in a way that is, you know, where you're a little bit unshakable. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's the way to go. So very calmly, very coolly handle things today. Now, your present situation is that of Nauthese. There is going to be some endurance that takes place. You're going to have to endure some stuff you would rather not hear. But there's something in there that you need today. And you're gonna have to find those little pieces of information in there and use them wisely. Your action, though, is Knos. Knos is, of course, a beacon, torch, enlightenment. This isn't really a fulfillment kind of thing today. This is more of an enlightening kind of thing. Can you expand on that one point, and that mass of things you did not want to hear, that mass of things you did not care to hear, that's where you need to be. You need to be that little torch, or that little candle, or that little flashlight, if you will. Sorry for my UK viewers, who, or even European viewers who tend to call flashlights torches. Whatever that light is, that's the action you need to take. So yes, enduring, don't let it dim your light. That's going to be the most important thing. Finally, your outcome. Yeah. You will be achieving that success as long as you do not lose your cool. Okay? You know, I'm looking at this spread here, and I'm thinking, you know, it is raining outside, and I'll tell you what, I could actually sit in the, I could sit at home today, let it rain, stretch out, watch a movie, probably take today to take multiple naps, and that would be a great thing. I wouldn't be doing anyone a single bit of good, though. I think we can both agree on that. I wouldn't be doing anyone any good. But today, especially if you're anything like me, you're like, can I just kind of rant a little bit? Will you indulge me in that? Okay. So, take comfort in the fact that you're always going to be the villain in someone's story. You're not always going to be the hero to everyone. Let me put it to you this way. Growing up, I read a lot of comic books. Some of us saw the Punisher as a hero. This guy was doing things that the police could not do. And some that I knew wouldn't read it because they were like, no, he's a dangerous vigilante. And guess what? They were right. And that was part of the allure for me. It wasn't so much for them. To those people, you know, to the other side of the fence there, the Punisher was just a savage brute of a man. and that's all that he was. But to those on my side of the fence there, the law had failed him. They failed to find the killers of his family, and when they did, they couldn't prosecute them for whatever reason. There was a lot of nuance to that story. And of course now Marvel wants to ruin that too, so, you know, best of luck. But anyway, to some, the Punisher is a hero. To others, he is a stone-cold villain. And don't you know it has not altered the Punisher's course throughout the time I read his comic books, or those comic books featuring him as a character, throughout the time I watched all those movies that they've made, including the one with Dolph Lundgren. Still fun to watch. Not a great movie. I'll tell you that right now. Aside from Dolph Lundgren and Lou Gossett Jr., the acting is not great. But in any case, still a very good movie to watch, especially on a day like today where it's raining. But I gotta go to work, so can't sit around watching movies today. Darn the bad luck. But that's also going to be you. You're not always going to be the hero to someone else's story. But you've got to be that way in your own. You've got to be able to, when someone makes baseless accusations, you can just stand right there and be like, sure, Jan. You have to know who you are. You have to have a firm sense of your own identity. And you have to be able to sit upon it, certain that it won't collapse from underneath you. You also have to be a little fair today. Don't be the guy who reaches across the aisle. Don't be the girl who reaches across the aisle and then has to reach more, and then has to reach more. No. You meet in the middle, or you simply thank them for their time and walk away. But the question is, are you at peace with yourself? Do you have a strong sense of who you are? Sit in that. Sit on it. And don't budge. Be ready to enlighten those who haven't been, and don't waste your time with those who won't be. Spend your time on those willing to also listen. It's a wonder Scotty didn't pop up today, because she is the symbol of compromise, but not too much. In any case, I gotta get out of here. Gotta do the rune of the week for High Notes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Because we will do this again. Just a couple more sleeps and then full scale Friday, baby. That's how we're gonna do it. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves and each other. Always be ready to do what lights you up. And as always, shine on.